Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Johnson from Unmask Our Kids CT and the Connecticut Liberty Rally. How's it going? We've been calling for a protest for people to come out to the state capitol next Wednesday. That's February 9th, starting at 10 a.m. And I'm here to encourage you to actually do that. I know that for most people, this means taking a day off of work and calling out, taking a personal day, taking a vacation day. And you might be asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth doing that? Is it worth taking a personal day to go to show up at the state capitol? Well, all I can tell you is that your children are worth fighting for, and your parental rights are worth fighting for. Maybe you've heard me say this about protests in the past, and you haven't gone out and actually taken the day to come out. This is the time to come do it. What happens on February 9th, February 10th, when they actually vote on this, we're going to be out there the first day of the legislative session on the 9th. But what happens in the next 2 weeks determines whether your kids are going to be amassed for a day, a month, a semester. Maybe they're going to continue on next fall. Like, what the legislature starts deciding is going to become, what your kids are going to suffer for the next however long they decide to do it for, to keep you safe. So, your kids have been suffering for almost 2 years. They've been ripped out of school. They've been in remote learning. They go back to school in a mask. They're still in masks supposedly at the stores, and they're getting coerced left and right to take the jab. And, I think as parents, it's worth fighting for our children. If this is maybe the one time this year that there's an important enough issue being voted on at the state capitol that affects your family, your children, your life every day, this is the opportunity to go show up. I'm calling for thousands, you listening to this video, to be one of thousands of people that is actually going to take a day off of work this year. This is the day, February 9th, next Wednesday. This is your day to take off of work for political purposes. I can't think of another thing that's going to come up that's more important than whether your children stay in masks or not, whether Governor Lamont is the king of Connecticut longer, whether or not these mandates are going to become codified into law or not. All those issues are on the agenda for the first week of the legislative session. Are you going to show up? And are you going to go protest? Are you going to take your kids out of school that day, take the day off of work, and grab your family and tell your friends and see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of us all gathering at the state capitol? I know it's a sacrifice. I know there's better things to do than protest. I don't want to protest. I don't want to have to protest. I don't want to have to, try to call for people to take action and make videos and, take time out of my life and away from my business and whatever else to do this either. None of us want to be in this situation. But now it comes down to, what are we willing to do about it? Are we willing to actually stand up and take action? So this is your call to action today. This is the one day, this legislative session, it might be the most important day to show up. I know there's other groups already now calling for there to be press conferences and rallies, and we're all going to be up there together. Will you be there? Will you be one of 10,000 people? If you and your friend and your kids and you take the day off of work and you drive on up there, and 10,000 of us show up there without some big name speaker flying in. I call the big name speaker. Maybe they'll come in. I don't know. Probably not. Doesn't matter. We don't need a big name speaker. We just need thousands of us out on that front lawn of the Capitol with protest signs, with our children in tow, with our families, with our friends, all of us together saying, stop, enough is enough, unmask our kids, stop the mandate, stop the state of emergency. There is no emergency. End the powers. And let it go and get back to sanity and normal and reality. For the mental health of our families, our kids, you all know the ramifications. I know should I talk about suicides and drug overdoses that are happening, the mental health crisis that's emerging, the educational setbacks our children are suffering for a disease that is mostly benign to children. We're making our kids suffer for longer. Is that worth taking a day off of work over? Is that worth calling your kids out of school over for one day, so that you can be part of a movement that's happening up the Capitol? I think it is. So I'm going to continue to call and urge people to do that. So please, pray about it, think about it, see what you can do. Please make it happen. Let's all get up there on Wednesday. All that matters is all of us standing there together. Doesn't matter the agenda, the speakers, it doesn't matter. All we need is to be up there speaking out, and may our voices be heard next Wednesday. So please pray for our state. And please pray for thousands of people to be inspired to go up there next Wednesday to the state capitol. Please check out details of all the upcoming events with the Connecticut Liberty Rally at ctliberty.org/events. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.